Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Before we get started with the topic of the video, I recently hit 40,000 subscribers here on the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel, and I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support. We continue down the road, 50,000, hopefully 100,000 one day, but it really is an honor and a pleasure to be able to go out and look at these Tundras with you and for you and help you make an educated decision on your next purchase. It is a labor of love. So thank you very much for your support. And thank you so much for sending in pictures of you with your Tundras. What a fun time this channel has been. It will be 8 years old in May. So 40,000, thank you so much. It's time to get to the topic of the video. Recently, a few days ago, we went to Warrington Toyota down in Virginia. Now, I drove down there to see a very special Tundra. As you guys know, I'm not just a channel owner, I am a massive Tundra enthusiast. So driving as far as I did to see this specific Tundra, it totally made sense to me. I know some people are like, that's crazy to do, but this is what I do, and I want to show you all of the fun Tundras out there. We saw a Lunar Rock Platinum with TRD Off-Road with the iForce Max engine. Nearly impossible to find throughout the country. This is one of those trucks that there was like one or two within 500 miles of me. There aren't many out there. It is a true unicorn of the 2024 lineup. Now, here is the bonus to that. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. At Warrington Toyota, they had roughly 20 Tundras on the lot. And I went down there to see that Platinum, but I fell in love with another truck that I didn't even know I was going to see. One thing I want to tell you up front, I like to be very transparent with you guys. I drive a 2023 SR5 double cab. I love the truck, but even the wife agrees, and she actually keeps bringing it up. We need a crew max. The double cab is just too small. Even for the little bit of time I use my back seat, on the times I need it, it's just not there. So our next Tundra is going to be a crew max for sure. So I'm always looking. When I'm out there showing you these Tundras and trying to help you make a decision, I'm also looking for me. As far as the transparency part of it, I can't afford things like Platinum, 1794, TRD Pro. Toyota has priced me right out of all of those trims. Now, thankfully, they really do build up the SR5 nicely these days. It's not like it used to be where if you went SR5, you were limited to very few options. In today's day and age, in the 2024 model year, you could build an SR5 right to the edge of limited. You're going to be missing things like a pano roof, JBL. If that stuff doesn't matter to you, I strongly suggest you go take a look at the SR5, because I know when we go on Toyota.com and do build and price, you will see massive amounts of packages. TRD Off-Road, TRD Sport, Advanced Off-Road Technology package. There's just so many different things. There's Softex, heated Softex interior. You can have the 14-inch screen, lots and lots of stuff. So when I go to the lot to look for you guys, again, I'm also looking for myself. So at Warrington Toyota, I fell in love again with something that is right up my alley and fits in my budget. Check it out. Is next door an even better one, in my opinion, because of the cost savings. This is a SR5 TRD Sport in Lunar, and you can see them sitting next to each other. We don't normally get to have this pleasure to see an extremely high trim and a lower trim Tundra, but you can see it looks premium even compared to that, and the color looks great on it. Regular LED headlights. You got body color surround, body color all the way around on the TRD Sport. You got a 1-inch drop in the front, Bilstein suspension, 20-inch TRD wheel, TRD grill up front, regular iForce, because once again, iForce is only available, or SR5 only has iForce available, not iForce Max. And a lot of people wish there was iForce Max in SR5. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Body color on the rear there looks so good. I would very much consider this truck. This is a great Tundra for people that don't want to go up into the 70s and 80s, 62, 428. So this has the 14-inch screen. It has the Softex. So you have the TRD Sport Premium package. You have the Premium Audio package, which means you get the bed lights and the outlet as well. Okay, so potentially my next Tundra, TRD Sport, exactly what you saw there in Lunar Rock. We had a blessing in that situation right there at Warrington, because right next door was the Platinum in Lunar Rock. So you were looking at an SR5 for roughly around 60 grand, if I remember correctly. And you were looking next door at the Platinum, which was about 72, 73, sticker to sticker. So we'll say $10,000 to $13,000 more for the Platinum. But I think the TRD Sport held its own as far as the look goes, because it has a premium look to it. You get that TRD grill up front. You get 20-inch black TRD Sport, sort of unique wheels. The wheel is shared with the Nightshade. The only difference is the center cap, but overall, fairly unique wheel. It has a Bilstein suspension, it has a 1-inch drop in the front, body color all the way around, and you can get this truck loaded to the max. You could get things in it like the premium audio package, which gives you the 14-inch screen and the bed lights and outlet. You could get Softex heated seats. There's a lot of different things you could do with it, but you also don't have to do that kind of stuff. What I like about this truck, A, it's the Crew Max that the wife says we need. B, the exterior styling, I feel like, is one of the best in the entire Tundra line. Does that 1-inch drop in the front matter to how I use my truck? Not necessarily. For me, it works, and I really love it. There are a lot of people out there who don't like the Lunar Rock color, but I don't know. I'm madly in love with it. And to see it body color all the way around, it's amazing. Now, one thing you don't get in the TRD Sport, you don't get the locking rear diff, you don't get multi-terrain select, you don't get crawl control. That is only in TRD Off-Roads and TRD Pro. When I got into this SR5, I had no problem dropping down from something as loaded up as a TRD Pro into what I have now. The only issue is I went double cab. And the two reasons I went double cab, number one, I wanted to show you guys what it was like to live with the new generation double cab, because I've had a lot of old generation double cabs and they did the job just fine. The back seat, you could fit 3 grown adults in, no problem. The new generation double cab, you can't really fit any humans back there. There's a little space for storage, and I honestly, if it was a short trip and you had to throw somebody back there, you could do it. But at the end of the day, it's not meant for backseat travel. Next truck will be the Crew Max. Will it be happening today, tomorrow, next week? Probably not. I'm very upside down. The market is starting to adjust back. It's not like it was a few months ago to a year ago when you could flip your truck and get a massive amount of value for it. Those values are leveling out. So my SR5 2023, which was worth a pretty penny when I got it, just like when I traded in that TRD Pro real quick, I didn't lose any money and lower my payment $200+ a month. But now, no, we're upside down and I got to wait this thing out a little bit. But I'm always looking. And while I'm looking, I'm trying to help you look. And the moral of the story, there are two morals of the story. I fell in love with that TRD Sport. That's the first time I ever fell in love with that. That was the first time I believe I've seen that TRD Sport in Lunar Rock. That for me, instantly when I saw it, even though we were there to see that amazing Platinum TRD Off-Road iForce Max in Lunar, my attention kept drawing to that SR5. And when I shut the camera off, I went over and looked at it. That might be my next truck if I can make it happen sooner than later. That's number one. Number two, with the moral of the story, is to show you if you're looking high trim and you're seeing all these crazy prices, you might want to look in SR5 or even Limited before you spend any kind of crazy money out there. There are some good offerings. Go on Toyota.com, build and price tool, and just see what they are offering on the truck. You would be surprised. Every trim you go up makes a difference. There are changes as you go. But in the new generation Tundra, they really do offer a lot in SR5. And as someone who drives an SR5 every day, I don't feel like I'm missing out. And I came from that 2022 TRD Pro that was loaded with options, and I still don't feel like I'm missing out. So before you do anything, check out Build and Price Tool on Toyota.com and see if you agree with me here. TRD Sport, I see a lot of people own them. A lot of people love them. One of the best looking Tundras out there, and I hope it's in my driveway sooner than later, but that will depend on the value of what's out there now. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Let me know what you think. Do you like this TRD Sport in Lunar Rock? And would you like to see it in my driveway? I certainly would.